2 News Oklahoma, the Western Conference Finals. Coverage starts now.
Hey there, thanks for joining us on 2 News Oklahoma at 5 o'clock. I'm TJ Eckert. We are live in downtown Oklahoma City, standing right outside the Paycom Center. There you see it. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are you live in Oklahoma City? Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals happened in San Antonio tonight. Well, that's because Loud City Live returns to the Paycom Center. Fans allowed to come into the arena to watch the game live. They'll have the Thunder drummers, the Thunder cheerleaders. Concession stands are open, so we'll be here covering that. Should be a good atmosphere. It was a great time last year. Should be good again this year. As for the game itself, again, in San Antonio, a big one. Series tied 1-1. Kate McFarland, Dan Lindblad back in studio to break down Game 3, about 2.5 hours ahead of that one. Guys?
TJ, thank you so much. All right, Dan, injuries, certainly first and foremost here tonight. Jalen Williams had to leave in the first quarter of Game 2. Hamstring injury, his 4th hamstring issue so far. I don't think we'll see him again in this series, probably even the rest of this season.
He's still listed as questionable, but I really think that's more of a hopeful questionable if you're talking about J-Dub. But then on the other side, the Spurs, Dylan Harper, he's questionable as well. De'Aaron Fox is questionable as well. So that's becoming such a huge part of the series is the health and availability of these guys.
I think if the Spurs get one of those two guys back, that's huge because they're the best ball handlers on the team. If both of them are sitting, the Thunder and that ability to turn them over, they have been great at that so far, points off turnovers. That would be a huge advantage for OKC in Game 3.
They want De'Aaron Fox back on the court, and he's gone through warm-ups in Oklahoma City before Games 1 and 2. I think he's the closest. They need him back because Castle has 20 turnovers in 2 games, and the Thunder are feasting at that opportunity again.
Spurs favored by 1.5. It's the first time in 33 games that OKC is not the favorite in a playoff game. That is an incredible streak. How do you, of course, I guess physicality probably the talk as we go into this Game 3.
That's the word of the day.
Word of the day.
Physicality.
Phrase
Everyone is talking about what happened in Game 2 and Isaiah Hartenstein being on Victor Wembanyama, forcing the much slimmer Wembanyama to deal with a much more beefy Isaiah Hartenstein, if you will. Became a lot of chatter, and you can expect that the game tonight, there's going to be a meeting somewhere on the court. It is going to get that physical that guys are going to go nose to nose.
I would hate to see Hartenstein get in foul trouble early. I would almost probably make sure that multiple guys are guarding Wemby and you don't have Hartenstein on him too much, too early. How about what Charles Barkley had to say last night? For all the people complaining about Isaiah Hartenstein and the physicality, listen to Chuck.
You people at home and on TV talking about they were physical with Wemby, man, y'all need to stop it. I've been kissed harder. It wasn't overly aggressive. He didn't hit. There was no excessive fouls. But for you people thinking that's physicality, y'all need to shut the hell up.
They pull him. They grab his jersey. They're grabbing his arm when he's jumping. That's not basketball. That's just a physicality thing. Whoever, that's up to the refs to deal with, not us. But I think as a team, how we can help them is hit them back. Honestly and truly, do the same things that they're doing to us, to them. I'm kind of match the level of physicality and then just see how that goes.
I'm just kind of one of those players that brings physicality to the game, and I think that's just kind of what we needed. But in general, I think everyone just stepped up to physicality.
Physicality, the phrase that pays. If you're the Thunder, you need just one of the next two, but you do need one of the next two. It would not be good to come back home down 3-1. That's right. Okay, we're going to send it back out to Emma Birch. Emma, what do you got for us?
Hey, Caden. Hey, Dan. I am out here at the River Spirit Casino and Hotel in the Gridiron, where it's a little empty right now because people haven't quite got off work yet. But I feel in just a little bit it's going to start filling up with a lot of Thunder fans getting ready to watch Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals with this massive TV behind me. Look at this thing. It's huge. We got 5 different screens. Don't look at the OSU softball score. It's about as brutal as the OU softball score. I'm hoping with how brutal these OU and OSU games were that all of us fans rally together behind our Thunder tonight and take Game 3 because it's been brutal. But hey, we're going to win tonight. That's all that matters. See Loud City. It's going to be right here in Tulsa and in Oklahoma City where our TJ Eckert's at. TJ, I got this big screen. I know you're going to be watching the big screen from inside the Paycom Center. How's it looking out there?
Looking pretty good, Emma. Thank you. Appreciate your positivity. We're going to need some of that same positivity over here in Oklahoma City as we watch the game on Loud City Live inside the Paycom Center.